friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Justina, and here I like to make, create, and inspire fun art things with you through my DIYs. And today I have 4 more June-O-Ween DIYs and crafts that you can do using Dollar Tree items. But before we get started, if you're new here and you haven't yet subscribed, I hope you do that today. All you have to do is click on that big red subscribe button down below. It is totally free, but don't forget to click on the bell notification so YouTube can always notify you every time I upload a new video. Plus, we would love to have you here, part of our virtual art family. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for being here and clicking on today's video. I really hope that you enjoy. But don't forget to do all of the YouTubey things down below, which is like, comment, share, and now hype up the video if you are on a mobile device. Now, with all that being said, let's just jump right into these DIYs to really make your summer a Summerween. And let's art today. To begin this DIY, you're just going to need a blow-up beach ball. I purchased mine at Dollar Tree, and they came in 2 different types of patterns, and I just chose this one. I love these beach balls, and I'm pretty sure you can also find them at Walmart for about $1, so it's roughly around the same price, but I just thought it was very convenient. All you need to do really is remove it from the packaging, blow a ton of air into it, and it should look like this. This DIY is so simple and easy. I'm telling you, it really only takes about 5 minutes to put it all together. Next thing you're going to need is some vinyl. I found this permanent black vinyl from Dollar Tree, and I thought it was really nice to know that it adheres to pretty much everything that is listed onto the box. I removed the vinyl from the packaging, and I'm just trying to figure out what I want my vinyl to do. Now, if you have a cutting machine like a Cricut or a Silhouette, by all means, you can use that, but a lot of people don't have those still. I am going to do it the old-fashioned way. I took a paint marker and I started tracing out my design. I first did a triangle up top, and then I started drawing out a pumpkin mouth because we're going to turn our beach ball into a jack-o'-lantern. Now, this DIY is perfect for your Summerween parties for the summer, that you can have a bunch of these all around your backyard and in your pool. I just think it's so much fun. Next, I just take a regular pair of scissors and I'm cutting out my shapes that I just created. And as you see here, I just made one triangle and then I placed it right back onto the vinyl so that I can cut it out again. I really wasn't going for perfection. I think the messier it is, the more unique it looks on your beach ball. So it gives it a little character. And then I am going in again and cutting out the mouth portion of our little jack-o'-lantern's face. Now that I have all of my pieces cut out, all we need to do is place them onto our beach ball. And as you see here, I'm starting off with the eyes just to make sure I have an even spacing so our jack-o'-lantern doesn't look too derpy. Now, this does say permanent vinyl, and I don't really believe that it is, because if you take it outside for long periods of time and around water, I do believe it will start peeling up. However, I haven't had it outside long enough to really make an accurate prediction. However, I'm just using mine for decor purposes. Now, as you see here, as I'm putting on the mouth, our little beach ball is coming to life, and I just absolutely adore it. Now, knowing me, I just couldn't leave things alone. So after I finished the first side, I did flip it over and do the other side, and I absolutely love this side even more because it does have the orange section, which orange is my favorite color. So I did the exact same thing that I did with the front side. And then our jack-o'-lantern beach ball was ready to use. Dollar Dollar Tree comes out with these pink flamingos every single year, and each year I always pass them up except for this one. I picked up two, and as you see here, they are made for just decor purposes, which I absolutely love. They come with two stakes for the legs, so I pulled that out. I'm also going to remove that tag that is inserted into our little flamingo's head. Now, I wanted to because they always look good in a pair, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this DIY done so many different times, and I just wanted to add it to my collection. So I did take it outside, and only on one half of the flamingo, I'm going to paint it using my Rust-Oleum charcoal paint that comes out this really nice matte black, almost a dark gray. I didn't have pure black, that's why I'm using my charcoal, and I do give it about 2 coats of paint and let it completely dry. Now for the second half of our flamingo, I'm going in with our Rust-Oleum spray paint, this time in an orange gloss color because I absolutely love the color orange. I wanted this to be a little bit different, so that's why I'm doing half black, half orange. After our flamingos had time to dry, I did pull it back inside, and I'm taking a Posca paint pen. This is just to help me outline the areas that I want to fill in because I'm going to make our little flamingo look like a skeleton one. I've seen this all over Pinterest, and I wanted to give it a try. Once again, I am not being perfect whatsoever. There are some areas that are a little wonky, but I just love how whimsical it makes it really look. Plus, I really don't know the skeleton part of a flamingo. I'm pretty sure I could look it up, but I just wanted this to look more of a decor piece and have some fun with it because I really want to have a Summerween party, and I just think this is so cute to add to all of my decor. Now that I have all of my bones laid out where I like it, I'm filling in using my Apple Barrel acrylic white paint. I believe chalk paint would have been better, but I ran out, so I'm just using what I have on hand. I did have to do a couple coats to really make sure that everything comes out really nice and opaque, but nonetheless, it turned out really cute. Now, to really make this project a little bit different, for the orange side, I did use black acrylic paint, but I'm still putting in the skeleton portion of our little flamingo. I thought this was really fun because if I wanted to change it out to a different side, I can just flip it and it would be totally different but still the same. Here are my two flamingos on the black and white side. I think they're totally cute, and these will look so good with a bunch of them all over your yard, especially around the summertime. And this is the orange side. Now, what I love about this project is that it doesn't have to be one side or the other. You can mismatch them. You can add both sides or whatever your heart's desired, but I absolutely love this DIY. For our next DIY, I have this styrofoam piece left over in my crafting stash. Now you can use styrofoam, you can use foam board from Dollar Tree, or you can use wood, whatever you will like. However, I'm just using styrofoam because that is what I have on hand, and plus I really wanted this to be lightweight. So I'm taking a Posca paint marker in the color brown, but the color really doesn't matter, and I'm drawing out my shape. Now I'm going to make some spooky ice cream cones or popsicles. So I first go in making a little ghost-like shape for the first one and added some wiggles on the bottom to really give it that ghost figure. And then for our second popsicle, I wanted it to look like someone took a bite out of it. So I did make these little 3 or W shapes on the corner. To cut out my popsicle or my ice cream, I am using my wood burning tool on the high setting just because it makes a nice smooth cut. But remember, if you're going to do the exact same DIY, please make sure you're taking all of the proper steps to stay safe. I have my window open, my fan going, and I am in a well ventilated area. Now I am cutting out my foam pieces pieces, as you see here, I made a long line of a cut. That way I can work with one popsicle at a time. This really cuts like butter and I'm really taking my time, but I did speed up the video just to save out some time for you to watch me cut it out. However, this was really fun to do, and you can make all types of shapes and different types of popsicles if you want to, but I just thought this was super cute because they did turn out to look like ghosts. Except for my second popsicle, which kind of looks like a ghost that got bitten out of, which I thought was super cute. And then with this one, I didn't go right up against the line that I've created. I kind of went a little bit out further because I really wanted these to look large. To make these look more like popsicles, I am going in with my Waverly chalk paint and I will start painting these. You do not have to paint these if you do not want to. You could always use some craft paper to glue right on top. However, I just love painting, so I usually paint on everything. For this ghost, I really wanted it to look like a candy corn, so I first went in with my yellow section, which is the bottom of it, and I did add a really nice thick coat. Then I started going in the middle section, which is orange, and I added a little bit too much, so I did have to remove some. However, I started to blend the yellow and the orange in together just to make a smoother transition. For our second popsicle, I am just going in with this orange jack-o'-lantern color from Apple Barrel, and I did add a nice generous amount on there, and I'm painting both front and back side. Remember, you do not have to use the same colors as I'm using. You can always change it up so that it matches your Summerween decor. Now, after I was done painting on both of my popsicle sticks and they had time to dry, I am going in with a black Posca paint markers to draw on our little face. Now, I love to put little faces on my Summerween decor. You can skip this part if you do not want to. Now for this one, I wanted it to look like it was a little bit sad and scared because it did have a bite taking out of it, and I did started filling it in using my Posca paint marker. However, I did switch that out and filled it up with acrylic paint and a paintbrush later. For this one, I wanted it to look like a regular ghost, so I did 3 oval shapes, and I wanted it to be a little bit more cartoon-like, so I added this squiggle line around the outer edges and then added other lines onto it as well, and then finished painting on the mouth and the eyes using regular black acrylic paint. To really make our popsicles look like popsicles, they need a popsicle stick. Now, I only had 2 more of these large popsicle sticks in my crafting stash, and I want to make sure that I use everything I have before buying new. So I just cut off the portions of the popsicle sticks that I wasn't going to use, and then that way I can take my wood burning tool, add a little slit at the bottom of our ice cream portion of our popsicle. That way we can slide in our popsicle stick and it can look more like a popsicle. I'm just adding a little bead of hot glue to the end of our popsicle stick so that it can adhere into our ice cream portion. But after I have them in, that completes this DIY. Our skeleton absolutely loves how these popsicles turned out. I placed it into his hands and they are super adorable. Now, I did do 2 different faces on the popsicle that looks like it had a bite taken out of it, and I have the same face on the one that is a candy corn themed. But I would love to know what you think about this DIY down in the comment section below. I believe this is one of my favorites out of all of the DIYs today. For this DIY, it is an oldie but goodie, and I just thought it was perfect for today's theme of DIYs. This is a drawing that I have done, I believe, last year. during that Summerween time, I drew out 2 different types of sketches because I wanted to create a painting. Now, if you've been following my channel, I do a lot of paintings on this channel because I just absolutely love it, and I believe everybody can be creative and artistic. So after I had my sketches, I did sketch it onto a canvas. Now, Dollar Tree sells all types of canvases in all different sizes, but I just had canvases on hand, so I just started painting it. Now, I'm just using my acrylic apple barrel paint, which you can find pretty much everywhere. They are really beginner friendly. However, they do take a couple of coats to really make opaque, and it takes a little finagling to really get some details in, but this is a very affordable paint that anybody can use. Now, at first, I am blocking in all of my colors using the base layer, and then later on, I will go in and add more details. However, I won't sit here and talk to you about what I'm painting in because you can basically see it. But if you are new here and you haven't yet subscribed, I hope you do that today. All you have to do is click on that big red subscribe button down below. It is totally free. But don't forget to click on the bell notification so that YouTube can always notify you every time I upload a new video. Plus, we would love to have you here, part of our virtual art family. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for being here and clicking on today's video. I really hope that you are enjoying this far. If you are, don't forget to do all of the YouTube things down below, which is like, comment, and share it to at least one friend. It really does help out my channel. This is how my painting turned out, and it's still one of my favorites that I have painted on this channel, and I absolutely love it, and it's perfect for Summerween. But as always, I would love to know what you think about this painting down in the comment section below. Alright friends, that completes today's round of DIYs that are perfect for your Summerween decor. I had a blast making each and every one of these, and I can't wait to make more. I would love to know if you will use any of these for your Summerween decor, and leave me a comment down below if you made it this far into the video and put flamingo. Remember friends, if you're new and you haven't yet subscribed, I hope you do that today. We would really love to have you part of our virtual art family. Remember friends, I do have other socials. I have a Facebook, Instagram, Buy Me a Coffee, and a Patreon page, and I would love for you to check all of those out. All of those links will be down in the description box below. Remember friends, I do have an art challenge going on for the month of June. If you would like to participate, all of the information will be linked down below, but you can also go check out my Facebook or my Patreon page to see all of the details. We are having an art challenge where we can do anything creative with the word sky, and I would love to see all of your creative creations, whether that be a painting or a sculpture or whatever your heart's desire. I would also like to give a huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support each month, and I am super excited for you to see this month's perks. Remember, friends, if you want to become a member, that link will be down in the description box below, where I show all types of things and you get monthly goodies. Thank you everyone who stayed and watched all the way to the end. I really do appreciate each and every one of you being here. I really hope you liked today's DIYs. I had a blast making each and every one of them, and I can't wait to make more. So I have to get back into creating, and as always, I will see you in the next one.